Setting up all your headings, H1, H2, H3 in terms of size can be quite a drag. Breakdance has a great feature called ratio, which makes it so easy to just add one value and your headings is set across your site for all the different responsive devices. To set the ratio, you do that at the global level. Let's head on over to Global Settings, go to the top toolbar, 3 dots, select and Global Settings. Open up Typography and follow the sequence here by setting first your heading font, your body font, your base size and your ratio. The base size by default is 16. I'll increase this to 18. I like it a little bit bigger, and that means that everything on this page is going to grow a bit. Especially the one we saw now is my paragraph text. The ratio determines how your headings will get bigger all the way from H6, H5, H4 up to H1 based on the base size. If I add a value here of 1, it means that everything now on my site will be 18 pixels. It doesn't grow with anything from the base size. The base size is 18, H6 is 18, onwards. If I change it to 2, everything is going to double in size. You can see my H1 heading now is pretty big, but as I scroll down, everything gets a tad smaller. My base size at 18, my H6 at 18, and then H5 doubles to 36, and then H4 doubles from 36. And that is how the ratio works. A ratio of 2 almost never works. A standard usage for desktop is something like 1.5. Scroll to the top. You can see this is pretty big. If you don't have long headings, this will work very well. And you may not use H1 headings all the time. So focus on the H2 and see if this is too big. I think for this font that I'm using here, maybe this is a tad too big. Another popular one is 1.33. It actually goes on 1.333. And now you can see this is starting to build out very nicely. Let's go to the ratio in the global settings. Select clear and you note that it goes down to a different ratio. The default ratio within Breakdance is 1.25. I type in 1.25, go to ratio clear, and note nothing happens on the page. This is a great setting. It will look good on desktop as well as on mobile devices. If you want to go for a big heading, let's do that. I'll go for 1.5. The problem you will run into is that when you go to something like phone and would choose phone portrait, this does not work. As always, Breakdance has a solution, and that is done by responsive settings. Having selected this one, phone portrait to display on the page within the global settings, next to ratio, it has also gone and set it to phone portrait. You can switch between the different displays within the panel as well. We stick to phone portrait for this demonstration. This means that even the ratio is responsive. I'll drop it now to something like 1.2. And now we work with headings that are manageable. They look good on mobile devices. And when we go to desktop, we have our big headings. Just a reminder that the ratio is dependent on the base size. Change the base size, which is currently at 18, to something like 10. And note that everything shrinks in relation to how the ratio works. The default base size, I'll clear this here, is 16. I usually go for 18. I think it's better for reading, especially paragraphs. That also depends on the kind of font that you are using. I'll clear everything for the ratio. I like the default for this case, which is 1.25. You can type it in or you can leave it empty. I like the ratio at 1.25, but let's go for 1.33 just to use something different for the video. And that's a wrap. To support this channel, a heartfelt like would be great. In addition, you can visit us at w4b.io and remember to check out the complete courses for Breakdance.